welcome to DDM Health News Update today on our program, Your Health, Your Wealth. As usual, I often remind you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel on our program and also to get the latest news on health. Don't miss that, please. So what do you have today? The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has seized controlled drugs worth 2.6 billion naira in Jigawa State. Oh my goodness. This was stated by the commander of the NDLEA in the state, Musa Miana, while parading the suspects and the exhibits at the command's headquarters on Monday in Dutse, that is the capital of the state. According to Miana, the drugs were tracked and confiscated in Kumel after a 3-day operation covering Jigawa and Kano states. 3 suspects were arrested in connection with the seizure and 2 vehicles were impounded. Oh my goodness. Miana explained that the suspects, identified as Jamilu Muhammad, Abba Ibrahim, and Shaibu Umar, were arrested while transporting the drugs to various centers across Jigawa, Yobe, Bauchi, and Niger Republic. Oh, people are so heartless and wicked. He added that the vehicle 6 included a Toyota Sienna and an 18-seater Hummer bus, both loaded with drugs. The commander also stated that the seizure drugs include 118.6 tons of tramadol tablets and 195.3 kg of pregabalin capsules, among others too. The operation was planned for a long time and was successful due to intelligence gathering, he noted. Wonderful. Also, the Niger commander therefore described the seizure as the agency's biggest achievement in combating drug trafficking in the states. Wonderful. He also said the suspects are undergoing further investigation to uncover the masterminds behind the large-scale drug trafficking. Of course, they need to know what is in their mind. Why doing this? Well, however, Miana highlighted the agency's commitment in fighting drug trafficking and assured that the needle would continue to work tirelessly to rid the state of the menace. NDLEA will not relent in its efforts to combat drug trafficking, and our commitment to fighting drug trafficking is evident in its actions. Also, the Jigawa NDLEA boss confirmed that the suspects will face the full route of the law, adding that the NDLEA will ensure that they are prosecuted accordingly. The agency's actions are a deterrent to would-be drug traffickers. So please, if you're a drug trafficker, you're in big trouble. Well, up next, health and safety experts have raised the alarm over the lack of basic emergency response skills among Nigerians, describing it as a critical gap in Nigerians' health system. This, they say, was contributing to the troubling statistics on accidents and other emergency-related facilities. However, the experts, in a joint statement made available on social media, decried the current approach to providing emergency care from scene to center, saying the inadequate emergency response skills were increasingly turning emergencies into funerals. Honestly speaking, the mortality rate in Nigeria is dumbfounding. It is. Because a 2020 study published in the African Journal of Emergency Medicine revealed that over 80% of Nigerians lack basic first aid skills, such as cardiopulmonary resuscitation and bleeding control. So how would they save life? Yet, in severe trauma, the first 5 minutes can mean the difference between life and death. Of course. Well, according to him, medical emergencies and accidents occur with alarming frequency, yet many citizens are unequipped to respond effectively. Of course, because many are afraid. Whether it's a person collapsing in a crowd, a child convulsing in a classroom, or even a bike rider injured on the road, too often the surrounding public is paralyzed by uncertainty, fear, or even lack of training. So sad. People film with their phones rather than art. Hospitals turn victims away due to missing documentation, and lives that could have been saved are tragically lost. Not for lack of possibility, but for lack of preparation, the digital health specialist said. Colade added it's concerning that cultural helplessness has become normalized. In moments of crisis, well-meaning citizens often turn to prayer before protocols. Not because they don't care, but because they are confused. They're afraid and they're even unprepared. You can imagine someone convulsing. Instead of finding something to save the life, you start praying. On his part, CEO of Gates Consortium, Dr. Babadoye Dalton explained that this dangerous gap is not a reflection of indifference, but of the system's failure to prepare people for crisis. According to him, this widespread inability to respond is not rooted in apathy, but in a profound gap of knowledge, of access, and of systemic infrastructure. While other parts of the world have emergency protocols ingrained into daily life, Nigeria continues to struggle with an unstructured emergency medical services system. Most cities lack centralized EMS service, that is the emergency medical system. Where emergency hotlines do exist, many citizens are unaware of them or even simply don't trust them. God. The biosafety specialist, however, stressed the urgency of shifting national culture from reaction to preparation. We can no longer afford to wait for ambulances that never arrive. We can't keep turning emergencies into funerals because the people present don't know what to do. Emergency preparedness must no longer be the privilege of the trained few. It must become a nationwide responsibility, Dr. Dalton stated. He also called for policy reforms and investment in changing the narratives across the country. You can imagine if, let's say, 98% of people in the country has an idea of what to do when emergency like this occurs. Definitely, many lives will be saved. Or don't you think so? It's easy to blame the government for the inadequacy of the system, but certainly there is a dire need for policy reform and substantial investment in EMS infrastructure. But real change must go beyond that. It demands public-private collaboration, a re-education of communities, and a cultural shift in how we perceive our role as fire responders. Also speaking, the CEO of Harley and War Consulting, Dr. Ademola Owoyele, said the widespread helplessness cannot be blamed on Nigerians. So who are to blame? Oyewole emphasized that the problem stretches into every corner of the society. A recent health survey found that 8 in 10 Nigerians would not know how to help in an emergency, which is true. Some people might be like, I don't want to torture. You can imagine. This isn't the fault of the people. We have built a society where emergency response is the responsibility of healthcare workers alone. You can imagine when someone have an accident, they will tell you, my dear, I'm not a nurse, so I don't know what to do. Because everything has been pushed to either the medical directors or the nurses. Where emergency numbers are not common knowledge, where public places lack basic tools like stretchers or defibrillators. According to him, in many developed nations, emergency response skills are taught in schools. First aid kits are everywhere, and people are empowered and expected to help. But how would they help if all those things are not available? Well, in Nigeria, helplessness has become normalized. People record trauma instead of responding to it. They fear legal consequences for offering aid. They simply don't know what to do. You can imagine an accident occur. Instead of assisting, they'll start recording you. In bridging the gap in emergency response, the expert said that they have collaborated and introduced a new initiative, that is Help Body, aimed at improving public readiness for medical emergencies. Okay? Then they say that with the introduction of the initiative they have developed, there is hope for a different future. We pray so too. Oyele said, let's reimagine a Nigeria where every citizen knows how to save a life. Oh, imagination. Where every home stores emergency contact. Where every public space contributes to a national web of response. Where helplessness is replaced by action and inaction by knowledge. That would be very wonderful. Developed by a consortium of healthcare organizations, Wellness Health, Get Consumption, and Harley and Wall Healthcare and Business Consulting. They say the emergency response innovation has been endorsed by both the Nigerian Medical Association and the Lagos State Ministry of Health. Explaining how the innovation works, they also said Help Body is designed to empower the everyday Nigerian. It aims in to train 50 million Nigerians in first aid and emergency response over 5 feet using QR code stickers placed in public spaces. I think it's a very nice idea. You can imagine these stickers found in locations like office, bus terminals, churches, schools, and markets. They can be scanned to reveal short visual guides on how to respond to emergencies. Covers everything from CPR and bleeding control to convulsions and also burns. You can imagine that. Owoyele added, it also connects users to nearby ambulance services, emergency contacts, and hospitals with ICU facilities. Wonderful. I think it will make a very big change. The interface is user-friendly, visual, and tailored for Nigerians. Best of all, it's not just for medical professionals, it's for everyone. Yes, including you watching me. It's for you. On his part, Kalode stated, this simple tool has the power to transform phones into life-saving devices. Yes. A scan, a few seconds of guidance, and someone who would have otherwise stood helpless might instead become the reason a life was saved. That's the vision behind Help Body, to make every Nigerian a first responder. Try to be one. Lives has been lost, but countless more can be saved if you act wisely. So with Help Body, we are just one scan away from turning potential tragedy into triumph. So please, play your part very well in order to save another person's life. Well, finally, as the digital age significantly contributes to a rise in sedentary lifestyles, characterized by reduced physical activity and increased screen time, some concerned mothers have stressed the need to engage children in outdoor play and activities during the holiday. You know, there's an adage that often says, work without play makes you a dull person. The mothers who are founders of Nano, Mimi, and Thoughts are organization advocating safe spaces for children's outdoor activities, said allowing children to enjoy outdoor play during holidays promotes both physical and mental well-being. They observed that while technology can be repurposed to promote physical activities, its current impact based on available data is primarily negative, leading to various health risks associated with a sedentary lifestyle. Besides, improving the overall health care of children, the mothers assured that taking children to outdoor activities to have fun and enjoy themselves promotes family bonding and reduces hostility in society. Of course. The professionals disclosed that providing safe spaces for kids to play and have fun during holidays was the reason for establishing Nano, Mimi, and Thoughts, so that children can have fun and play. The founder spoke at the 2025 Easter Fun Fiesta, which was agog with fanfare as the children were treated to fun activities at the event held in Lagos recently. However, The mother said the event aimed to create an atmosphere of joy and reflection while reinforcing the values of love and family bonding. DDM Healthwise observed that the event was packed with excitement, including different children's games and a dedicated food service area. You can imagine your children having fun with other kids. Their mental stability definitely will change. Speaking with our correspondents, one of the founders, Dr. Tosin Adeniyi, said outdoor play not only allows children to have fun and enjoy themselves, but it also plays a vital role in their overall development. Of course, Adeniyi is a proud mother of two and a dedicated medical doctor with over 15 years of global experience, making a difference around the world. But beyond the stethoscope and strategy meeting, Adeniyi is a true lover of all things concerning children nurturing and development, including play and fun. From physical health to cognitive and social skills, she noted that parents spending quality time to have fun with their kids provide numerous benefits that positively impact a child's growth. Of course, when you get involved with your children, you can imagine how positively they will grow. She disclosed that safe space provides a rich sensory environment for children to thrive, adding that outdoor play stimulates cognitive development in children in many ways. She further affirmed that outdoor activities enhances children's sensory perception and awareness. According to her, outdoor play also promotes problem-solving skills, critical thinking, and creativity. You can imagine you carrying a heavy burden in your mind, and when you go there to have fun, definitely they will be all thrown away. So, giving insight into the establishment of Nano, Mimi, and Todd, Adeniyi said, it started this year, but it's a dream that began a long time ago. So, the three of us are moms. The dream came up from a need to have a safe space for our children to play. It is not just them having fun and using up their energy, but also learning and engaging them. Because when they see their other children, they learn from them. So, coming up with this inaugural event, we are ensuring that the children are having fun, but we are also engaging them appropriately. So we have art and crafts, cooking, decorating, and carnival zones. You can imagine. She urged busy parents to make time during their children's holidays and take them out to have fun and relate with others. Further speaking, Adeniyi also pointed out that such fun promotes family bonding and good relationships between children and their parents. She also said such relationships provide ample opportunity for families to eat together, adding that eating together is vital for families looking to strengthen bonds and build, nourish, and also get a healthy bodies. You can imagine you being so strong and also so healthy in the name of having fun. So, Nano, Mimi, and Touch represent different children's age groups. Studies have shown that outdoor play engages the mind, making it sharper. It's also known to relieve stress and increase cognitive skills. Also, Damilola Ajibade, an experienced international property lawyer with expertise in residential and commercial property transactions, said outdoor games and activities help children discover their talents. You can imagine your child building, let's say, using paper to create something like aeroplane flying or ship driven in the water, or you'll be happy as a parent. Ajibade, who is also a founding member of Nano, Mimi, and Tals, pointed out that the mission also provides children with opportunities to try new things and make new friends. The mother of two and founder of diapers.ng, an online retailer that sells imported diapers and other baby products, added that the organization is targeting core memories and inspiring children. On her part, Adesola Ajayi, another founding member of Nando Mimi and Thoughts, stated that engaging children in fun and outdoor activities will reduce their addiction to social media and its health impact. I agree with you. Ajayi, a certified project manager with extensive experience in the oil and gas and telecommunications industries, also said outdoor play would boost the social skills of children and help them to relate well in school and at home. So please, whenever your child is on holiday, try to take he or she out in order to have fun and make friends, and also to learn new skills from their friends. I'm sure your child will love you more and the bond will continue uniting. Well, friends, this will be all for now on your health, your wealth. Do ensure to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dash World Digital Media. Drop your comments in the comment section in order to get more information up from you. Well, until next time I meet you, or I come your way rather, I remain Niger Michael Enezini. Thanks for watching and do have a beautiful day ahead. Bye for now.